And Danger Mouse, Jamie and the Magic Torch and Postman Pat, some of the treasured characters created at Cosgrove Hall. Now, nostalgia lovers can see their archive go on display. Now, if Danger Mouse, Postman Pat and Count Duckula were regulars in your living room, they were in mine every day, you were then following characters created at Cosgrove Hall in Manchester. The archive of hundreds of hours of kids' TV classics was saved from going to the scrap heap in 2017, and now they've gone on display with the hope of inspiring the next generation of animators in a digital age. Rowan Bridge reports.
I'm only doing this because I'm allergic to sudden death.
He's the greatest. He's fantastic.
He's one of the most beloved characters of the 1980s. Every weekday, millions of viewers tuned in to catch the greatest secret agent in the world.
Drat!
If you grew up in the 1970s and 80s, then Cosgrove Hall shaped your childhood. Charlton and the Wheelies, Count Duckula and more.
There's not a moment to lose.
This is the very first drawn animation show that Cosgrove Hall did, Jamie and the Magic Torch. They trained me for a whole week on this before I was let loose.
Jamie and the Magic Torch.
Jean Flynn worked there for more than 30 years.
You draw on one side, then you flip it over and you actually paint on the back of the cell. Each cell was individually painted by the one person in Paint and Trace at the time, who was actually Bernard Sumner from New Order.
It wasn't just Bernard Sumner. John Squire from the Stone Roses worked as an animator. And Mancunian actor John Thompson later voiced Bill and Ben.
They were trying to make the garden gnome laugh.
From a South Manchester suburb, this proudly northern animation company went on to take on the world.
They did stay in this area rather than kind of taking it down to London. And what's really special about that is that a lot of local people worked at Cosgrove Hall Films, and a lot of local people are responsible for making some of the most iconic animation.
That animation's now on permanent display at Sale Library in Greater Manchester.
If you look at even where we're standing, we've got hand-drawn on one side, stop motion behind me. Both are totally distinct and different styles. And I think why people respond so well to them is that they are really good storytellers. They really kind of think about the art direction. You can tell that every single department has kind of put their all into kind of making that artwork distinct from the next one.
Hello, Moo!
Over more than 30 years, Cosgrove Hall shaped people's childhoods.
Ooh, I'm glad that lot's finished.
Shows and theme tunes that conjure up an earlier, less complicated time.
It becomes iconic, legendary, because it's from a time when people who are now adults didn't have a relationship or rent or mortgage or job worries. They just had a school bag which they could chuck down and then be glued to the only entertainment that was available for them at the time.
Vampire ducks?
Nothing sums up my childhood more than this. I remember watching Danger Mouse.
This is a walk cycle. It's a repeated pattern. So if you walk, you can use the same cells again and again and again. You do the whole cycle and then recycle and recycle it. We used to hide Danger Mouse's mouth behind the steering wheel in his car so we didn't have to animate the lip sync.
It was very simple stuff, but I think it still works.
Back in the day, Bridget Appleby worked on model animation, and today she was reunited with some of her work.
Everything is articulated, every single thing.
At its peak, more than 100 people worked there.
It was so kind of manic, and you were left to get on with it. The puppet workshop was just a place of smells and noise, and I loved it. Constructed, because we made all our own sets and puppets back then. And I was in the middle of it. It was fun. I'm just glad we've left people with so many good memories.
And it's not just memories. The company has left an animation legacy too.
This must be the end of an episode, Penfold. Why, Chief? Because that stupid scriptwriter always has to finish on a cliffhanger.
Rowan Bridge, BBC News, Manchester.
Oh, we still enjoy a bit of Danger Mouse and Penfold in our house. It's coming up to 1:30. A reminder of our top headline this afternoon. A tribunal finds an NHS trust violated the dignity of nurses in allowing a trans woman to use a female changing room. The group of Wilmington from Darlington Memorial Hospital had been required to share a changing room with a biological man who identifies as a woman.